Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261. It's the Soviet Tier 10 SPG, and we're located on the east spawn of Studzianki, and it's under the command of entilzhar. Now it's a 180 B1P howitzer mounted on an IS-7 chassis. This is a theoretical Arty because it never actually existed at any time. They were proposing to build one, but it never got into blueprints even, so it just didn't exist. Anyways, moving off towards the centre actually. Or centre south. Looks like he's going to fire from just behind this ridgeline. Okay. Aiming at the enemy area. Looking for any sight of the enemy yet. No destruction yet. Now he's got a 27-second reload. He's not using premium consumables, and he's just got standard HE. 18 rounds of it. That's one of the things about the Object 261s. You don't have a huge amount of shells available. So you have to pick your targets carefully, and there's his first target. It's a Type 4 Heavy moving across towards the centre line, lining him up for a shot. Round out. Beautiful shot, right into the front, tracks him, 256 hit points and a stun. Holds him in place, and we're reloading as quickly as we can. And he looks like he's been tracked again. And yeah, he's being seriously damaged. He'll be out the game within a few seconds. Get ready to shoot. Round out straight away, and it's a kill shot. 121 hit points. Right, the penetration of the 180mm howitzer is 45mm. So really, it's only going to pen lightly skinned vehicles. But it does do an alpha damage of 900 hit points. Oh, switch targets. The Gorilla's gone missing, but there was indication that there's an enemy in C1. I think he's looking for Tracer now. He's gone to overhead view because it's easier to locate an enemy Arty by the tracer that appears once they've fired, if they're unspotted. Could be they're behind that rock. That's quite a good hiding place for Arty. You can't be seen directly, but your shells can come out from behind the rock. Oh, yes, there was a tracer there, and shells gone in. But I'm not so sure that was bang on where the tracer was originated from. It looked to me it was slightly over to the right. So, yep, the indication he got was that there was an enemy in C1, but it actually is in B1. Either that or he crossed the line. And oh no, there was another tracer there from C1. So he's fired around in there as well. And if there was an Arty hiding behind that bush, he's now badly damaged. Yep, there's a Conqueror gun carriage there. And yes, he was stunned, but he has no damage against him. So the shell must have landed far enough away not to do any damage to him. But we're almost loaded, and this time round that Conqueror is not going to escape. Round out straight away. Direct hit. 297 hit points and a stun. And there's the M53. Now he is missing some hit points, so it is very likely that that was the Arty that was in B1, and he suddenly moved back towards the cap area and lost some hit points in the process. Okay, Conqueror gun carriage about to meet his maker. Round out. Yep, got him. Only 69 hit points, but it's a kill. And it's important because there are another two Artys still to go. Now, we're not doing too well at the moment because we are 2 tanks down. But if we can get this up, there he is. Slightly to one side of the house, I think. He's marked his target, firing around in, and yes, he got him! It's the batch at 155.58, which means the M53, M55 must be close by, because that's where he was last seen. So he's got 2 of them. If he can get the 3rd, well, that VK7201 is a priority target for the meanwhile. He's getting a request for fire, lines up the shot, and works out where he's going, fires around in, and that should hit. Yes, it does. But right on the front armour where it's toughest, and so it does very little damage, only 79 hit points, and he uses his first aid kit straight away to get rid of the stun. He's still getting requests for fire. I think they desperately need to get some shots on him. We're almost ready to shoot. Lining up the shot, working out how much lead he needs, and he spins tracked. Perfect. Round out. Should hit target easily. Yes, it does, and wipes him out. 312 hit points. Really good strike there. So that's the 4th kill for entilzhar in this battle so far. Now, it is a tier 10 battle. He is one of the tier 10 Artys, so obviously he's not going to earn as much XP as maybe the lower tier Artys might. But he is working hard to generate the XP, so I'm sure that he's going to have a good score at the end of the game. Now, there was a T10 moving towards the factories, but we've lost sight of him. However, there is a tortoise over the other side, and there's the T10. He's been spotted again. Line up a shot. Round out. Lands next door to him, tracks him. 242. Unfortunately, we've got that long reload again. But the good news is we've got the Object 430 and the Object 704 who are actually spotting behind the enemy lines, so to speak, because they are on the other side of the map, the west side of the map. Or the Object 430 is, and he's coming up behind those enemies in the factory area. Now, we've got a red line there for a moment. We're trying to get a shot. That should work. Yep. Oh, no, he hit one of the towers, I think. Ouch. Well, that one failed. And the unfortunate thing is, with all the teammates in the south have actually been wiped out, and there's only the tank destroyers defending, or one tank destroyer defending, the Striv 103B. So that M46 pattern and the tortoise could actually come around from the south, so we need to be aware of that. We might have to bug out rather quickly. Yeah, that building's actually in the way, so his last shell probably did hit the building. And if we land the shell too close to the 50 TP, then it could actually wipe him out. I think the 50 TP is pulling back to avoid getting hit by the splash. If the Conqueror and the Object 705 come around the corner, in fact both Artys are aiming for that spot now. The 705 is going to walk into a hailstorm now. Yep, there he goes. One shell's hit him. We're going to get the second one. And we've lost that 50 TP. In fact, it was the enemy Arty, the M53-55, the one that was back at the cap area, who actually managed to finish him off. But we're retreating behind the hedgerow at the back of the cap area now, because obviously we're worried about what's coming up from the south. It appears that the pattern has actually gone round to the north end and is near the factories. There he is. But he's very low on health, and one shot should be able to wipe him out. Round out. Oh, not close enough, but it certainly did a lot of damage. 199. He is now basically a splash kill for anyone who can get a shell near him. In the meantime, we've got that Conqueror come out the factories, and he's a splash kill as well. I think he's knocking down some of the wood that's near the buildings, and he looks like he's trying to shoot at the 704. Round out. No, I think it was behind the wrong pile. If he'd aimed slightly over to the left, I think that might have hit the Conqueror. Well, the buildings have gone down. Or rather, the walls have gone down. The other RT is indicating that spot. It's the RM5355. We're holding fire for the moment because we've only got 4 rounds of ammunition left. We need to pick targets carefully. There's the 705. Oh my god, he's close, but he is killable. Oh, wasn't enough to get him though. 121, and we were seen, and we've just been hit by the Concra and bounced around from the pattern. Now, thankfully, the 705 was taken out a split second later by our strip, but we are stunned by the fire that came in from the enemy Arty. Okay, we're trying to use this this berm, this ridgeline as a bit of protection against the enemy. Okay, T10. Lining up a shot. Trying not to get that red line. If he pulls back, that's it. Round out. And yes! Beautifully shot. Right into the weak arm on the rear. 338. And now the scores are in our favour. And look, there's that Conqueror. And he's very low on health. He's the one who fired the APCR round into an RT. That's a bit overkill. It's gold spam. Very silly thing to do because even an AP round or even an HE round will go through an RT. It's so lightly skinned. Oh, the Conqueror has been killed by the Object 704. Now the scores are very much in our favour. 3 RTs, 2 DDs versus a medium tank, a TD and 1 RT. Now that RT is the M5355, last seen near the enemy cap. The Tortoise was seen in the south, and the M46 pattern we know was in the dip in the middle, but he was basically a splash kill because he was so low on health. The last time we hit him, we left him on something like 8 hit points, I think. And entilzhar's now got 5 kills, so he's that close to getting a top gun. And there's the Tortoise, and it looks like the strip's going to go through and try and take him out, but took a round. He's going to try and go face to face. Not advisable with a Tortoise, but he's doing it, and he's taken him out. Now this is interesting. The Object 704 is at the enemy cap area, but he hasn't found the 53. That means the 53 must be somewhere much further south. And in fact, there's indications he might be in J1 or K1. And there's the M46 pattern. He's trying to go after the strip, lining up a shot. Round out. Oh, splash kill. Yes, he did get it. He got the top gun. It was a splash kill. He only picks up, oh, it was 18 hit points. Sorry, not 8. 18 hit points. But at least he collects that last kill. And of course, it's very nice to pick up a top gun. Now, where? There he is. Okay. Round out. Oh, just not quick enough on the draw. The M5355 on our own team manages to get the kill before our shell arrives. That was a quick one, that was. So let's have a look at the end of battle results. And it's the second class tanker for entilzhar and the Object 261. He managed to get a bruiser medal, getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He got 14. And he got a Stark's medal. He received 2 hits. In fact, actually, I think one of those hits counts as the actual hit that came in from the tank that fired at him. And the other one was the splash, I think, from the enemy Arty. So he managed to kill at least 2 tanks. He lost 2/3 of his hit points in the process. And he survived the battle at the end. So, yep, that's qualified for a Stark's medal. And, of course, he picked up a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. So, let's have a look and see what the team score says. Well, he didn't get the highest amount of damage. That went to the Striv 103B. He was a very brave player, actually, because he went face-to-face with a Tortoise. And the Striv armor is not that strong. And you would have thought the Tortoise would have been able to take him out. But it might be that the Tortoise was ammo-racked at the time. And therefore, his reload was so long that the Striv could get round the corner and take him out after being hit once by the Tortoise. He managed to get 4,015. entilzhar managed 2,834 hit points in the 261, and then obviously we have the Gorilla 15 on the enemy team. We're coming in with 2,811 hit points. When it came to kills, it was entilzhar with 6 kills who got the highest amount. The next highest score was the Striv 103B with 4, and the M46 Patton on the enemy team also have 4. And when it came to base XP, it was the 50 TP, the one that was fighting in the factory area. He managed to get 943. The Object 430 went into the enemy territory. He managed to get 886 before he was wiped out. And then came the Striv 103B with 877. And entilzhar also managed to get 877. So both of those are effectively tied for the base XP at the end. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 18 rounds, all 18 rounds during that battle. He only had 18 to start with. And that's, you see, one of the things about the 261 is you don't have a huge amount of ammunition, really. It is very low, and so you have to pick your targets carefully. He got 8 direct hits, 8 penetrations, and 7 splash during that battle. He got damage of 2,834 hit points, of which 2,713 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits. One was a penetration, one was a non-penetration. Actually, no, they did bounce one of the rounds, didn't he? Because he got hit by the Conqueror, and the other round, which was a non-penetrating round, I think came from the Patton. So yes, it wasn't the Arty, it was the Patton that was the non-penetrator. He must have shot into the tracks. So 1 non-penetration and 1 hit as a result of splash damage from the enemy Arty. He blocked damage of 390 hit points. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, and he did stun assistance damage of 288 hit points off 9 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 42,740 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, and yep, the ammunition is rather expensive for this Arty. That meant that he actually took away a deficit of 16,153 credits from that battle. And I think really, in order to make a profit, if you're going to fire all of the rounds in this Arty, you either have to score a huge amount of damage, or you have to use credit boosters to actually come away with a profit from it, because the shells are frighteningly expensive. So he received 1,316 XP times 2 for the first victory, so he picked up 2,632 experience points altogether. But he certainly did enjoy this battle, and well done for getting the Stark's Medal and the Top Gun in it, and firing all of the ammunition. If only he killed that M53-55 with his last shell, he would have picked up a Faden's Medal as well. He narrowly missed out on it by about a split second, because remember, that M53-55 on his own team pipped him to the post and killed the enemy tank just before he did. Yep, it was just a shame that he wasn't quick on the draw. If he'd been slightly quicker, Faden's Medal would have been very nice as well. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.